this example here shows us an example pay summary. So it has your name, your social security, check number. So all this not as relevant right now, but right here it says pay period. So this is between April 1st and April 15th. So I know that this person is getting paid every 2 weeks because this is a 14-day period. So if they get paid every 2 weeks, and I know that there are 52 weeks in a year, so every 2 weeks. So I'm splitting this up by 2-week increments. So if I do 52 divided by 2, how many paychecks will this person end up getting? So 2 fits into 5 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. You subtract, you bring down the 2. 2 fits into 12 6 times. So this person is going to get 26 paychecks. So I'm just going to write that right here. And that will be relevant in a second here. In this paycheck, their gross wages or their gross income is $2,000. That means that every 2 weeks they get $2,000. So if I know that every 2 weeks they get that and they're going to get 26 of these, if I want to find the total salary that they would have gotten on paper, I'm going to multiply 26 by 2,000. So all I have to do is 2 times 26, which results in 52, and there are 3 zeros. So this person has a salary of $52,000. So let's see, once we take into federal taxes, state taxes, and then Medicare and Social Security, how much they'll end up actually after all of this. So federal taxes are set based on your income. So if we were to go back, so if that person is making $52,000, they still, let's say they were single, they're still in this 22% tax bracket. And let's say they lived in PG County, and so their state income tax would be 7.95%, like we calculated on the previous slide. FICA, Medicare, and Medicaid is the same every time. It's 1.45%. And then FICA Social Security is 6.2%. So we can do this a few different ways. But let's say we were doing this just based off the $2,000. So how much are they going to get instead of the $2,000 for this 2-week paycheck? So if we multiply 2,000 by 22%, that's really saying 2 times 22, which is 44, and you have 3 zeros, but 22% is like saying 0.22. So that means you have 2 decimals. So you're going to have $440 taken away from the federal government on just this paycheck, So then we look at the next one, which is 1.45%. Again, we would write this as 0.0145, and we're multiplying it by, again, $2,000 to figure out our FICA, Medicare, Medicaid. So if I have 2 times 145, I know that's 290. I know that there are 3 zeros here, so I'm going to add my 3 zeros, but I also know that there are 4 decimals, so I have to have 4 decimals. So that means that we're getting charged $29 for each paycheck for FICA Medical. So now we're going to do our Social Security. Our Social Security is charged at 6.2%. So we take our $2,000 and we multiply it by 6.2%, which is the same thing as 0.062. So I know that 62 times 2 is 124. There are 3 zeros here, so I add 3 zeros, but there are also 3 decimal places. So I have to have 3 in my answer, so I'm being charged $124 for Social Security. So then my last part is state income taxes. And that, again, if we lived in PG County, Maryland, would be 7.95%. So I'm going to put 0.0795, and I multiply that by 2,000. I know that 5 times 0 is going to be 0, and 5 times 2 is 10. I know that this 9 is really a 90. So 9 times these 3 zeros is 0, and then 9 times 2 is 18. This 7 is really like a 700, so you put 2 zeros, but you still have to put these 3 zeros, Then you have 7 times 2, which is 14. So we're going to add these, and we have 0, 0, 0, 0, 9, 5, 1. And I have 4 decimal numbers in my question. So I'm being charged $159 just for this paycheck, right? So to figure out how much we're going to get after all these deductions come out, again, all of these taxes are called deductions. So we have our gross wages, which is $2,000. We have our total deductions. Our total deductions mean we have to add all of these things up. So we have 0 plus 9 plus 4 plus 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 4 is 22. Then I have 2 plus 4, which is 6, plus 2, which is 8, plus 2, which is 10, plus 5, which is 15. Then I have 1 plus 4, which is 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So $752 is being taken out for some sort of tax. So then my net pay, again, from earlier, our definitions, is our gross pay minus all the taxes. So we're going to take $2,000 and we're going to subtract $752. So again, we have to regroup this because this 0 minus 2 will result in a negative number. So we want to make this 1,000 and then make this 10 hundreds, which is another 1,000. So 1,000 and 1,000 makes 2,000. We're going to regroup this again. So now we have 10 minus 2, which is 8, 9 minus 5, which is 4, 9 minus 7, which is 2, and 1 minus nothing. So our $2,000 check now looks like $1,248.